The Serengeti. It's one of the best known and most treasured ecosystems on Earth. Every year, over 1 million wildebeests and more than 250,000 zebras and gazelles set out on their annual migration that covers more than 2,000 miles. This migration has been labeled one of the new 7 wonders of the world. From its very beginning, Tanzania has put forth a remarkable record of conservation. It has set aside approximately 38% of its territory to protect these treasured ecosystems. But human population is growing. This has put economic pressure on the government to justify the existence of such protected areas. As a result, the Serengeti and all it holds is in danger. A highway has been proposed that may bisect the very path of this great migration and have consequences for the entire ecosystem. But the highway is only part of the problem. With an annual human population growth estimated at 3%, the demand for land and natural resources is also on the rise. Combine these with other threats like widespread poverty, deforestation, and climate change, and there's real reason to be concerned. A new path for the Serengeti will take an in-depth look at what's happening in the Serengeti and what's being done to protect it. We'll spend time with a multinational team of scientists from Tanzania and Norway who are conducting extensive research on the impact these threats pose for the Serengeti's ecosystem and are looking for ways to combat them. We'll show how the Tanzanian people are taking the lead to protect their own vital natural resources. This is being done through the efforts of the Tanzania Wildlife Research Institute and the Norwegian University of Science and Technology and its people like Dr. Eivind Roskaft. They are working in collaboration to ensure the success of these research and conservation efforts. Since the world first learned of the proposed highway, there has been and still is much confusion regarding where and when it might be built. We'll interview government officials and average citizens to discover what's actually taking place. We will try to find out if the socio-economic reasons for the proposed road can be balanced with the conservation efforts required to protect the Serengeti's vital ecosystem. We'll take a close look at the work of the Tanzania Wildlife Research Institute to protect and save the African wild dogs. We will also take a look at Dr. Roskaft and NTNU's efforts to predict the impact the various threats like the road will have on the wildlife, including the impact study on the impala. The documentary will also strive to answer one last pressing question: why it is so important for the Western world to not only increase their collaboration on biodiversity and conservation research with the developing countries where natural wonders such as the Serengeti exist, but also to share the costs associated with having and maintaining such a World Heritage Site in a developing country like Tanzania. In the end, viewers of this documentary will have the information they need to get involved and to help spread the word about what needs to be done to protect and to save this spectacular ecosystem and actually be a part of helping develop a new path for the Serengeti.